Stardew Valley tips and tricks for both new and veteran players. No stalling, let's get straight into it. Stardew Valley has a seed system. When you create a new playthrough, you will have the opportunity to put in a seed, and that can control a ton of things in the game. If you want to have an absolutely crazy playthrough, use this seed here. This seed will guarantee that you will get a crop fairy on the 3rd night in spring. So this is what you can do to maximize this. On the first day, run around the valley and collect as much fiber as you possibly can. It is also important that you do not plant those spree parsnips and instead sell them with the fiber that you have collected. Then on the second day, fish and make as much money as you can with those fishes. It is important that you stop with enough time to sell your fish to Willy and with enough time to get to Pierre's store before he closes. In an ideal situation, you will need 2,000 so that you can buy 25 cauliflower seeds. Crop fairies can only mature up to 25 crops, so you don't really need more than that right now. Then plant all of your cauliflower seeds on your farm and head to bed. Now there is only one thing to do on the 3rd day, and that is sleep. So you can do whatever you want for the rest of the day. Just remember to sleep. When you do sleep, there will be a crop fairy and all of your cauliflower will be ready for harvesting, meaning you will be making some good money really early into your playthrough. You can also use green beans if you prefer, as they will regrow during the rest of spring, which is pretty nice. The Skull Cavern can be a treacherous place, especially if you use monster musk, and even worse if you are on the Skull Cavern invasion quest, so taking damage is inevitable. These hordes of giant royal serpents will most probably hit you and you will take damage. So what are we going to do? Eat iridium quality cheese and heal for like 150 health? Nah, that's not quite good enough. I guess we could use a life elixir and heal for maximum health every single time, but that cannot restore our energy by much. Luckily for us, there is the best food in Stardew Valley that will actually heal you for a ridiculous amount of health, and you will never expect it. All you need is some key seasoning, a blueberry, a melon, and an apricot. Then you will be able to cook it. Fruit salad? Wait, what? Surprisingly, buffed up fruit salad will heal you for 212 health. That is the highest healing item in the entire game. It even heals more than an iridium magma cap. Now you can heal to full with a single food and crush those royal serpents. Here is an odd one. Have you ever crafted a loom? A silly little device that is used to turn wool into cloth. But if your sheep and rabbits love you and only produce iridium quality wool, the cloth will actually sell for less and you'll lose money? Well, what do you do with all the looms that you have crafted? Well, you could just deconstruct them. But before you do, there is something very interesting to know about the loom. If you pick the forester profession at level 5 foraging and then the tapper profession at level 10 foraging and then deconstruct a loom, it will produce a single pine tar. However, if you do not have the tapper profession, deconstructing the loom will instead produce 60 pieces of wood. Isn't that strange? So yeah, take that into account when deconstructing your unused looms. Crystalariums are great. There are two main uses for these things. First, you can simply duplicate diamonds and either sell those for money or you could just give them to the townspeople, since most people either love or like diamonds. You can also use Crystalariums to duplicate jades that you can then trade in for staircases at the desert trader on Sundays. Both of these uses are great and it's hard to just pick one, so we are probably going to be swapping out our Crystalariums depending on our current goals. I've shown previously that if you want to change the duplicating gem, that you should always hit the Crystalarium before placing the new gem inside to retrieve the original and not to lose it to the Shadow Realm. But that can be really tedious if you have as many Crystalariums as I do. Good thing I just discovered that you can use an upgraded hoe to pick up your Crystalariums and retrieve the original gem much easier and quicker. It saves a ton of time, and I wish I knew this earlier. Okay, this one is going to sound really odd, but it's actually pretty effective. Ostriches are really profitable. Placing an ostrich egg into a mayonnaise machine will produce 10 servings of mayonnaise. On top of that, the mayonnaise will retain the quality of the egg, meaning that you can produce iridium quality mayonnaise. But it takes a while to befriend your ostriches to that level. This method will allow you to double your ostrich income until they start producing iridium quality eggs. All you need is a brand new empty barn right next to your ostrich barn. Take all of your low quality ostrich eggs and place them into ostrich egg incubators inside of the empty barn. And this is going to sound crazy, but as soon as one of your new ostriches hatch, sell it immediately. Strange, baby ostriches sell for a very impressive 5,000 gold, which is double the value of turning regular quality ostrich eggs into mayonnaise. Strangely, only the relationship affects the sale price, so it doesn't even matter if the ostrich is literally 1 day old. It will sell for the same as a fully grown zero-heart ostrich. You can also use the coop master farming profession to halve the incubation time of your ostriches, meaning more money quicker. Here is an interesting simple glitch. Sunflowers are one of the most unprofitable crops in the game. The seed costs 200 gold and sunflowers sell between 80 and 160 gold. However, they will also produce sunflower seeds which you can either sell or replant. Now the better option here is to sell them, but they only sell for 20 gold each. Or do they? Okay, this is what you need to do. Bring a chest with you to the Jojo Mart. Place the chest inside the Jojo Mart and then place all of your sunflower seeds into the chest. Then buy a single sunflower seed from the Jojo Mart. Then collect your original seeds from the chest. The order is very important. Then head over to Pierre's General Store and sell your seeds. Wow, would you look at that? Your sunflower seeds suddenly sell for 100 gold instead of 20 gold. An interesting glitch that will probably never be used. If you are not new to my channel, you know that I very much prefer the fruit bat cave over the mushroom cave, but I just found a very good use for the mushroom cave. As you might know, the mushroom cave will produce a random assortment of mushrooms every single day, but most of the produced mushrooms will be these brown, boring, common mushrooms that don't give much energy and that don't sell that well. However, these same brown mushrooms are actually good because you can place these into seed makers to produce full seeds, meaning you can stockpile common mushrooms and then produce an unrealistic amount of full seeds that you can then use to craft tea tree saplings and make an absolute killing with. It's surprisingly effective. Here is something pretty random. Digging through a garbage can when a villager is nearby will result in them being pretty unhappy and you will lose a tiny bit of friendship with them as well. But did you know if you hatch a slime near a garbage can and rummage through the garbage can with the slime nearby, that the slime will not be impressed and be mad at you? Do you want a guaranteed ancient fruit seed on the first day and a brand new playthrough? Of course you do, who wouldn't? This can be done with the help of the magical seed feature. So create a brand new playthrough and use this seed. It is in the description so you can just copy paste it. Then come over here to Linus's tent and bring your hoe with you. Right next to Linus's tent will be an artifact spot, and if you hoe it, you will absolutely get an ancient seed. Then just give that to Gunther at the museum and plant that ancient fruit on the first day in a brand new playthrough. Wow, now that's cool. I hope you enjoy your day 1 ancient fruit. Hit subscribe for more videos, but for now, I will see you in the next video.